What's up, Hoop fans? 2025 has been nothing short of legendary when it comes to clutch basketball moments. From heart-stopping buzzer beaters
And this is for the win.
to insane defensive stops that sealed entire series.
Tatum maneuvering. Another great defensive play for the Knicks.
This year has already given us a highlight reel for the ages. And today, we're counting down the top 10 clutch moments of 2025 in the NBA. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment your favorite clutch play. Let's get into it. Let's start with what is arguably the most iconic moment of the year. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander taking over Game 7 of the NBA Finals.
Where they blew a big fourth-quarter lead. Gilgeous-Alexander finds some space.
The Oklahoma City Thunder were facing the Indiana Pacers, and everything came down to the wire. With just under 3 minutes left, the score was tied. The tension was off the charts, and SGA stepped in like he'd been preparing for this his whole life. In those final 2 minutes, 58 seconds, he scored 11 straight points. The biggest shot came when he hit that cold-blooded baseline step-back jumper that gave OKC the lead for good.
One-on-one with Nimhard. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander off the glass.
But what really makes this clutch is the weight of the moment. This was the Thunder's first championship in their current home. The arena was shaking, fans were crying, and SGA proved that not only is he a superstar, but he's a closer in every sense of the word. Imagine being 26 years old with the ball in your hands in the finals and delivering like that.
7 on the 24, three-pointer SGA puts it in.
And as clutch as SGA was on the final stage, there's another legend who reminded us this year that age doesn't stop greatness. Who else but the Tyrese himself? Let's talk about it. If you thought the NBA Finals couldn't start with more drama, Tyrese Haliburton proved you wrong. Game 1 between the Indiana Pacers and Oklahoma City Thunder was already shaping up as a wild ride.
Don't go, rebound Neesmith. The Pacers with a chance to win it. Final seconds, no fouls to get him.
Oklahoma City had dominated most of the game, building a 15-point lead in the fourth quarter. It looked like the Thunder were cruising to a blowout victory, but Haliburton had other plans.
Haliburton looking. Haliburton driving, pulls up, jump shot. It's good! It's good!
Down 110 to 109 with just 0.3 seconds left on the clock. Indiana hadn't even held a lead all game. Not once. Not even close. The ball was inbounded from full court, and in what can only be described as surgical precision under pressure, Haliburton caught it, rose up, and released a 10-foot pull-up jumper. Swish. Just like that, Indiana had their first lead of the entire game, 111 to 110. Game over.
With 0.3 of a second remaining. Timeout, OKC. Tyrese Haliburton does it again.
The crowd erupted. The Pacers bench went berserk. ESPN described it perfectly, calling it the winning shot with 0.3 seconds left, and noted how the Pacers had shocked the Thunder in a comeback that would immediately go down in finals lore. Think about that. The largest comeback in finals history to result in a game-winning basket that gave a team its first lead ever.
Their first lead of the game.
What makes this moment so special isn't just the shot itself, it's the sheer context. Haliburton had ice in his veins, the weight of history on his shoulders, and the ability to make a near-impossible shot under the kind of pressure most players can't even imagine. It was a clutch moment that redefined the start of the series and immediately made Haliburton a finals legend. And speaking of buzzer beaters that defy logic, the next play didn't come from a pull-up jumper, but from pure athletic dominance. Who turned a missed shot into one of the most jaw-dropping dunks of the postseason? Let's talk Aaron Gordon. If Tyrese Haliburton gave us tension, Aaron Gordon gave us sheer chaos and then some. In Game 4 of the Western Conference first round, the Denver Nuggets were locked in a battle with the Los Angeles Clippers.
Jokic. Twisting, turning for the lead. Got it!
The game had been a back-and-forth thriller, but as the final seconds ticked away, it looked like Denver's chance had slipped. The Clippers had snatched a 100-99 lead after an improbable comeback, and Nikola Jokic, Denver's superstar, had a chance to win it with a jump shot but missed. Enter Aaron Gordon. With less than a second remaining, Gordon soared above everyone for the rebound, snatched it out of midair, and threw down a putback dunk as the buzzer sounded. The ball slammed through the rim, the horn blared, and suddenly Denver had a 101-99 win. Series tied, fans ecstatic, and the basketball world collectively lost its mind. NBA.com called it an immortal moment, and it's easy to see why. This was the first game-winning, buzzer-beating dunk in NBA playoff history. What makes this play legendary isn't just the highlight reel nature of it, it's the timing, the stakes, and the audacity. Aaron Gordon didn't hesitate. He didn't overthink it. He reacted instinctively, converting what could have been a routine miss into a historic win. The crowd went wild. His teammates mobbed him, and instantly, that dunk became the defining image of Denver's postseason resilience. From pure vertical genius to ice-cold precision under pressure, the next clutch moment comes from a finals hero rewriting history with a buzzer-beating dagger. Stick around, because these moments are only getting bigger. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals at Madison Square Garden already had every drama fan on the edge of their seat, but Tyrese Haliburton made sure it would go down as an instant classic. The underdog Indiana Pacers were trailing the Knicks by 9 with just 51 seconds left. No timeouts, no margin for error, and the ball in Haliburton's hands. After a late free throw by OG Anunoby, Indiana inbounded to Haliburton. He drove, absorbed contact, and released what looked like a desperation three-pointer as time expired. The ball rattled high off the back rim and, miraculously, fell through. Haliburton's toe was on the line, turning it into a two-pointer, but it didn't matter. The game was tied 117 to 117, forcing overtime. NBA.com highlighted it as a buzzer beater that sends Game 1 to overtime and helps Indiana stun New York, and noted that Haliburton thought it was a potential game-winning three at the buzzer. That shot wasn't just dramatic, it was momentum-altering. Indiana went on to win in overtime, stealing Game 1 on the road and sending a warning to New York that this series was far from over. Haliburton's poise under pressure, his ability to create a shot in the blink of an eye, and the timing of the moment all combined to make this one of the most unforgettable clutch plays of the postseason. But while Haliburton tied the game with sheer audacity, the next player showed that clutch can come from lockdown defense. Mikal Bridges didn't shoot the ball, but his instinctive play sealed a win in style. Defense isn't always glamorous, but Mikal Bridges proved it can be absolutely thrilling. Facing elimination in Boston, the Knicks trailed by 10 early in the fourth quarter, but fought back. With 12.7 seconds left, New York clung to a one-point lead at 91-90 after Jalen Brunson made 2 critical free throws. Boston's Jaylen Brown drove to the basket, looking for the hero play, but Bridges was ready. The 6'6" wing executed perfect timing, deflecting the ball and recovering it instantly. That steal wasn't just a defensive stop. It was a series saver, turning potential disaster into victory. The Knicks escaped with a 91-90 win, taking a commanding 2-0 lead in the series. ESPN and AP recaps emphasized how Bridges sealed another 20-point comeback with his second straight game-ending steal, underlining just how clutch this play was. What makes this sequence so special is the awareness, anticipation, and sheer composure under pressure. Bridges didn't score a basket, but he controlled the game in the final possession. The Knicks bench erupted. The Boston crowd fell silent, and this steal instantly became one of the defining clutch moments of the playoffs. From lockdown defense to ice-cold offense, our next Haliburton moment proves that when the game is on the line, he's as dangerous as any closer in the league. In Cleveland, the number 1-seeded Cavaliers were cruising late in the fourth quarter, up 3 points against Indiana with only 12.4 seconds left. But Tyrese Haliburton was far from done. Driving hard, he got fouled and sank the front end of 2 free throws, cutting the deficit to 118-116. Then, in a move that would define his postseason, Haliburton intentionally missed the second free throw, grabbed the rebound, and dribbled to the top of the key. With a perfectly executed fake drive, he stepped back behind the three-point line over Darius Garland's outstretched arms and swished the shot with 1.1 seconds remaining, giving the Pacers a 120-119 lead. NBA.com captured it perfectly. He faked driving, stepped back beyond the three-point line, and sank the game winner with 1.1 seconds left. That dagger stunned Cleveland on their home floor, giving Indiana a 2-0 series lead and sending a message that Haliburton was unstoppable in crunch time. And while that three-pointer stunned a top seed, Haliburton's next performance would turn a Game 5 into one of the most dramatic overtime finishes you'll see all season. Winner take all, overtime, against the MVP. Sounds like the perfect recipe for a legendary shot, and Haliburton delivered. In the decisive Game 5 against Milwaukee, the Pacers had clawed back from a 20-point first-half deficit in OT, with the Bucks leading 123-122 and only 17 seconds left. Indiana needed a hero. Haliburton grabbed the inbounds pass, navigated past Giannis Antetokounmpo on a switch, and converted a contested layup with 1.3 seconds remaining. The desperation heave from Milwaukee missed, and just like that, the Pacers had a 124-123 victory, clinching the series 4-1. Haliburton's heroics continue to pile up. But the next clutch sequence comes from a player proving that defense can be just as game-breaking as a dagger 3. Before we reveal the next 3, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons to keep us going. And tell me, do you think Haliburton is the king of NBA? Chicago fans had barely recovered from the fourth quarter drama when rookie Josh Giddy reminded everyone that some players are born for the spotlight. In a regular season showdown with LeBron James and the Lakers, the Bulls trailed 117-116 after a late free throw from Los Angeles. With only seconds left, the game seemed destined for a nail-biting finish. But no one expected what Giddy had in store. The ball came inbound at midcourt as the horn sounded. Giddy caught it, spun, and let fly a 47-foot heave. Banked in. Swish. Bulls win 119-117. The arena exploded. Lakers fans were stunned. From a half-court miracle to a buzzer beater from deep, the next sequence proves that Mikal Bridges is as lethal as they come when the clock hits 0. Some game winners are about finesse, some about timing, and some are just pure wow. Mikal Bridges gave us the latter in Portland. The Knicks trailed 113-111 in overtime with 3 seconds left, and the pressure was monumental. Denny Avdija had just tied the game with a 3-point play, but Portland still had the lead. After the inbounds, Bridges calmly dribbled to the left elbow and launched a 25-foot pull-up 3 as the horn blared. Swish! Knicks win 114-113. CBS/New York's AP coverage called it a 25-foot three-pointer at the buzzer to give the Knicks a 114-113 overtime win. While emphasizing how this shot capped an unlikely comeback for a team dealing with key injuries, Bridges finished with 33 points. But this moment, more than anything else, showcased his ice-cold confidence under pressure. And if Bridges' pull-up 3 showed precision under pressure,